Welcome back to the show where I persistently insist that I'm not gay despite literally being in the closet. I'm Ted, and this is my closet. Call me Daryl Hall and or John Oates because I truly am out of touch with how I used to make these. It's been 6 months, that's half a year, I lost my hair, this video might be different than my other 2, 3, 4? Let's just jump straight into it. This episode begins at Satomi's school. He gets called by Kisara, who tells him that he was called to go to the Ministry of Defense, which is a really high expectation of a 16-year-old. Satomi rushes over to the Ministry of Defense and finds Katara, who wrong show. Satomi rushes over to the Ministry of Defense and meets up with Katara, who, I did it again. Satomi rushes over to the Ministry of Defense before meeting up with Kisara, who says that most of the civil officers in Tokyo have been called to the meeting. They then get approached by this big guy named Shogun, who is a dick and does the dick move of headbutting Satomi. No reason. Turns out Shogun is in the top 1% of all the civil officers in Tokyo. The TV at the end of the table turns on. Senteshi, the ruler of the Tokyo era, appears on screen along with Tendo Kikunojo, aka Rentaro's adopted father, aka Kisara's grandfather. The family tree is kind of a circle. Senteshi states that she wants the Gastrea from the first episode because it has a case inside of it. Kisara asks what's inside the case, and she responds, it's private, but she's really persistent, asking if it's a prize. Then you hear a person laughing. Turns out Owlman from the first episode is here. His name is Haruko Kagetane. Apparently he walked in the front door and just killed everyone that tried to stop him, which sounds about on par with his character. And apparently he has an initiator, who, just as a recap, are the little girls with power. I gotta rephrase that. He has an initiator, who is also his 10-year-old daughter named Hiroko Kohina. Like father, like daughter, she is also bloodthirsty and asks to kill Rentaro. Kagetane states that what's in the case is the inheritance of the 7 stars. He doesn't mention what it is or what it does. Shogun tries to slipe him. Slipe? What is slipe? Shogun tries to slice him, but Kagetane deflects his sword like a badass. This prompts everyone in the room to shoot at him for 8 seconds until they realize that he has a force field and they've probably wasted $2.5 million worth of bullets. Hey, what's up? I'm back. It's a different day now. Kagetane states that he has mostly Vibranium organs, which gives him superpowers, I guess. He also states that he was in a ton of what I believe are government organizations. I don't know, I don't have much to work off of. Then Kagetane pulls a Genji and shoots everyone's bullets back at them. Luckily, Rentaro has some really thick plot armor. Kagetane and Kohina then yeet themselves off the window, but first Kagetane leaves a gift for Rentaro. Dang, I wonder what an absolutely amazing, splendid, and not totally horrifying gift he got Rentaro. How considerate. Then some dude comes rushing in and he's like, hey guys, the president of the company is dead and his head is missing. And then that splendid, delightful, wonderful gift is seeming a bit less considerate. Then Senteshi is like, hey guys, new rule, get the case before he does because that thing can bring down the Vibranium Tower and kill all of humanity. It then cuts to the next scene. Anju buys Rentaro a bracelet stating that it cracks if someone is unloyal or lies, and says he's wearing it for a couple's look. Anju then states that if, hypothetically, Rentaro were to stare at Kisara's tits, yes, this is a real line in the show, that it would break as he was being unloyal to Anju. Hey, I'm back. It's a different day again. It's my show, you can't do anything about it. You may have noticed that the characters are having fun and experiencing the joys of life. Unfortunately, that all gets thrown out the window when a cursed child appears. She was caught stealing food, and so they tried to apprehend her, but she damn near killed the guard that they sent. Once they grabbed hold of her, she attempted to reach out to Anju for help, but Rentaro discouraged Anju from helping. A police officer overhears and arrests the cursed child with no idea of what she's done, stating that he knows what her kind is likely to do. So that's fun. Unfortunately, they had a different plan than bringing her to the police office. Don't worry, we'll ride on the magic school bus in like a minute or 2. Listen, I'm gonna be honest, I probably won't finish it today. This whole situation is very hard on Anju, which causes her to both cry and forget that she's supposed to be hiding her eyes. Apparently, Anju knew the girl back from District 39, which is the area where they were raised, trained. It's not really clear. Rentaro hears this and takes a second to ponder before sending Anju home and stealing a scooter. He tailgates the police car into what looks like the average Detroit building, and I'm just gonna let this next scene play out for a little bit. Jesus Christ. This show is getting good. Honestly, I felt kind of indifferent to this. Like, overall, we didn't really get to know the character, and... Oh my god, yes, she's alive! Oh, man, that got me scared for a minute. Oh, Jesus. Nigga pulled an ice cube. It then cuts to a scene where Rentaro is talking to a doctor, stating how, you know, he'll pay for everything. You may have noticed that the characters are experiencing financial downfall and the downs of life in general. We can't have that, and as such it gets thrown out the window when Kagetane appears. Hey, it's a new day again. You're not surprised. Rentaro pulls a gun on Kagetane, which causes Kagetane to pull out a cooler gun. Kagetane then calls Kohina from the shadows, who attempts to slash at Rentaro, but he avoids it. She's like, huh, great moves, I'm not gonna miss this time, and then attempts to slash him again until Enju kicks the bitch out of the air. Apparently, there are different models of initiators. Enju is a rabbit model, and Kohina is a grasshopper model. Kagetane then goes on to talk about how initiators are the next step in human evolution, and leaves a box of cash, free with the intent of ruling the galaxy as father and son. Then him and Kohina yeet themselves off as they once did before. The school board called Rentaro and told him that apparently there was a rumor that was going around that Enju was a cursed child, so the Roomba. The next day, the school board called Rentaro and told them that, hey, there was a rumor about Enju being a cursed child, and then that ended up being true. She was super unhappy that we found out, so we sent her home. And when he gets there, she's not home. He checks every room, the living room, her room, his room, the bathroom. Damn it, I'm on another list. With no other options, Rentaro goes to District 39, an area in the sewers that Enju was raised in, and taught to hide her eyes by someone called an elder. And by the way, this dude gives me serious Catholic Church vibes, if you know what I'm saying. The elder mentions that, dude, you can just get a new initiator, like it happens all the time. This pisses Rentaro off. Like, while other people use the initiators as tools and weapons for fighting, Rentaro sees Enju as a friend. He explains all that, and the elder says, yeah, I still don't know where she is. To which Rentaro just leaves. The elder then turns to the corner, and it turns out that Enju was just in the corner, listening to all of this, and didn't say shit. Listen, if I pour my heart out to you, and my ass gets left on red, the fuck? So, opinions on the episode? I thought it was great. It was emotionally driving. It had a lot of good setups. There was a scene that could have sent me to jail. That's all the stuff I want in an anime. Anyways, that's about it. See ya. Wait, that's Critical's outro. Ah, I need to get my own.